Migration Moments with May Global Empowerment Initiative held Nigeria's inaugural Youth Migration Forum under the theme, Paving the Way, Enhancing Youth Participation in Migration, Governance for Sustainable Development in Nigeria. The forum is part of efforts to encourage youth to actively participate in decision-making processes on migration governance. Here's the report.
The event attracted influential participants including representatives from the Federal Ministry of Youth Affairs and Joy Akut, Special Advisor on Youth and Women Affairs to the Deputy Speaker of the National Assembly. Founder Osatomeri Igbinosun emphasized the forum's purpose of creating a platform for youth voices in migration governance, aiming to inspire youth involvement and constructive contributions to safe and orderly migration.
Well, the situation is that when you check the data, when you check the news reports, you realize that most people that migrate are youth. But yet, this issue that affects us so much, we're not involved in its governance. And they say we're the future, and if we're really the future and we're not in this space, when it's time for us to take over migration governance, are we going to be ready? If we are not ready, what will happen to the structure that's already been built? So that's the whole idea of today's event, which is to pave the way to enhance youth's participation in migration governance in Nigeria for sustainable development.
According to IOM, over 90% of Nigerian irregular migrants seeking to enter Europe cite limited opportunities, poverty and unemployment as driving factors. Chief Obinna Nwaka, Director General of the Committee of Youth on Mobilization and Sensitization, CYMS, presented a paper outlining the critical role youth can play in national development. He proposed several key actions.
Okay, the highlight of the paper talks about the role of youth in national development, and one of the key recommendations is what? Good governance, education and mentorship. Because if you look at the unnecessary migration and the irregular migration that's being faced by young people of this great country, it's a result of bad governance.
Ewumatome Precious Wubiti from the Solina Center for International Development and Research, CIDA, also contributed insights on the complexity of irregular migration, stressing the need for youth engagement in all interventions aimed at addressing it.
It is very important that in policies that are being made, conversations and forums like this that are being done, we have to be gender sensitive and integrate ideas in a way that it is addressing the gaps or challenges women face, as well as the gaps and challenges that men or boys, as we say, face as well.
Joy Akut conveyed the commitment of Nigeria's National Assembly to empowering youth, revealing that additional programs of youth empowerment are currently underway.
So the legislative agenda for the 10th Assembly has youth empowerment as one of the agendas, and so by that there's developing more programs for entrepreneurship, empowerment, and the Deputy Speaker is actually sponsoring a bill for the apprenticeship skills bill.
The forum concluded with a call to action for increased government collaboration with youth organizations. The forum's recommendations, which include good governance, educational reforms, and implementation of mentorship programs, will be consolidated and presented to key national and international stakeholders with the goal of fostering a more inclusive and sustainable migration framework for Nigeria's future.